Chris Tanev's toughness since you've been around him here this season?
Well, I don't think it's just a season. I think you just know from his resume in the NHL. He's not afraid to block shots and some big ones. So it was a hell of a block, and obviously it was great to see him come back out there.
I know it's early, but what's he meant to the team?
A lot. I mean, he's just very sturdy, steady back there. It's great with his stick, makes really good, easy plays that are easy for us forwards to read and try to react off of. So he's been great. He just brings that steadiness back there, and like I said, he eats a lot of big shots, makes a lot of great plays with his stick.
You guys have played countless games against Tampa over the years. What's it going to be like to take on a Tampa team without Stamkos?
I mean, they've still got a lot of weapons over there. They can make a lot of plays. They can do a lot of dangerous things off the rush, end zone. So got to be ready for their speed, their quickness, and I think a lot of times you think there's no play to be happened, and they usually can make one. So you just got to be aware of everyone on the ice and make sure you come back with 5 guys hard.
100 assists last year. He's off to a hot start goal scoring wise this year. Like, what's the biggest challenge you see against him tonight?
I mean, everything. He's got really everything clicked. So that line's obviously very dangerous. A lot of skill on it, a lot of speed, can make a lot of dangerous plays. Like I just said, there's a lot of times you think they have nothing really to make, and they make one. So you just got to be aware of them all the time on the ice. You want to try to make them play defense other than the other way around. So that's gonna be the goal tonight. Just try to stay above them and make them come through a lot of guys every time they want to get through our zone.
How much conversation, if any, have you had with John Cooper about Team Canada?
None.
How much do you want to be on it?
Obviously a lot. I mean, it's a childhood dream. You always want to play for Team Canada, represent your country. So, I'm not trying to focus on that. I'm trying to focus on the season right now. And when that comes around or that call happens, we'll see what happens. But for the moment and for now, I'm focused on here and focused on just trying to win hockey games.
So the power play got some mojo going at least this morning. What's the focus for your group going into tonight on the power play?
Just try to keep it simple. I mean, we got to just try to get more pucks around that net, making. I think sometimes we are making a little too many plays. We're trying to be too cute with it, and we're getting too, out of sync. So just get back to the, kind of just easy plays and predictable plays that we can read off each other, and just start with that way and just go from there.
Looks like Patrick Reddy comes back in tonight. What has been your sense of how he's handled, having to sit out a couple of games?
Great. He hasn't changed at all. He's been great in this locker room. He's been a lot of fun to be around and to get to know. So, he's done some really good things for us when he's on the ice and some great things when he's been off. So, like I said, he's kept the same mindset, mentality, and that's something you love to see from him.
John, obviously, we all knew his reputation, but what was it like to see Tanev block that shot the other night, come back into the game, and be ready to go here today?
Yeah, that's a big part of who he is and what he brings to the table, and why he's so good defensively on the PK. The commitment he makes physically to sacrifice himself to, do what's necessary to keep the puck out of your net. So, and he's a warrior. He battles. He's played through many injuries throughout his career. So, not surprising.
What's it help you about Victor Hedman as he enters a new role as Tampa's captain?
Yeah, I mean, Victor's had an unbelievable career, obviously. So, he's taking that responsibility on there, and obviously we know what kind of player he is and the way he can impact the game. So, anytime you play against him, you have to be aware of those things and make it difficult on him.
Feels like Stamkos is usually front and center for these games over the years, coming home. How strange is it to get ready for a Leafs Lightning game without Stamkos on the other side?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Obviously what he accomplished there, starting there and everything he's done. So, nature of the sport and the business. So all we can do is go out there and prepare, and for us to be ready and know who their lineup is and what we got to do to be at our best and to make it difficult on them, but certainly be a little different.
Mitch was just saying maybe a bit too cute at times on the power play in the past. Like, what's your sense of the unit? Get some work in this morning going into tonight's game?
Yeah, just got to execute. I think just relax and play. Understand the urgency and the level that we need to be at. But I think just continue to go out there and play and not get too uptight. But certainly, I think being direct and taking what's there, not trying to do too much. I think like what Mitch is saying, we're trying to be too cute. I think we take what's there, but continue to relax and play and make the reads that we see and trust one another.
You guys got your energy fully back on last week?
Yeah, I would say really starting to kind of get back in the swing of things. It was a real difficult illness I had there for a few days, so take some time to kind of rev things back up. Had the benefit a little bit. We were home all week, obviously. couple days in between games, so good for me. On me to get back into the rhythm that I think that developed over training camp and the start of the season. So, looking to build on the energy that I've been able to recoup here.
You guys go from Shesterkin to probably Vasilevsky. Is there a tougher back-to-back against any goalies in the league?
I think you got to embrace the challenge. I think it's playing in the NHL, playing against the best goalies. I think it's a great opportunity and a great challenge, and for us. You got to enjoy that, got to relish that, knowing the challenge that they present in the net, what makes them elite at what they do, and their skill set and as goaltenders. So obviously seen him a lot over the years, but you're talking about the most proven goalie in the league probably. So we know the challenge that he presents, so we got to make it hard on him and look forward to it.
What do you see in your chance there on the power play on Shesterkin on Saturday? You just tip your hat in that situation to a guy like that?
Yeah, it's a good save. I would have liked to get my release off a little quicker, but it's a good save. He was playing very deep. Remind me a lot of Lundqvist in that situation with how deep he can play. Sometimes almost going at the awkward holes and spots are almost can be a little bit more effective. But I just tried to get it off as quick as I can and elevate it. He's a hell of a goalie. Made a good save. So hopefully next time around you're on the right side of it.
You blocked plenty of shots and some broken bones in the past, but where did that one rank in terms of the pain in the moment?
Didn't feel great. Sometimes they get you right in the right spot where it's you get like a dead leg and can't move, and that's sort of what that one did there.
Where was it? Just inside of your right leg, or?
No, just outside. But I've been hit there plenty. It's just sometimes you get one right in that spot, and it doesn't feel great.
What's the key to playing through stuff like that, able to come back in that game on Saturday night?
I think it's if you're able to play, you're able to play, right? That's sort of if you're not, you're not. But if you're out there, you're expected to do your job and play well. So it's just I think that's sort of the hockey mindset and things that hockey players do.
Safe to say you settled in nicely here through 5 games to play.
Yeah, for the most part. I think we definitely some things I want to improve on, but we're playing well for the most part as a team, and still building our game to where we want it to be. But we're making some good strides. Obviously, not the result we wanted last game against a good team, but those are tight games that we're going to play a lot throughout the season here, and hopefully we'll be able to change sort of the outcome of the game. But for the most part, we played a good game.
You played out west for so long. Do you feel like you do extra video work, sort of learning the East when you only play the teams twice, and especially a team like Tampa, you're going to play them 4 or 5 times a season?
Yeah, it's definitely a little different just being, as you said, being in the West my whole career. But you'll pick up on things and as things go. But definitely doing video, talking to the guys. Hey, what does this guy like to do in this situation versus this situation? So a lot of communication, and I think that goes a long way.
What stands out about Kucherov? He had like 100 assists last year. Now he's leading the league in goals. What's the biggest challenge you see tonight against him?
Hell of a player, right? So he plays the game at his own pace. So he'll slow it down, he'll speed it up, we can't let him sort of dictate and control the game, and we got to try to take time and space away from him as much as we can.
You mentioned to Terry that there are some spots you'd like to improve on. Where do you see the areas for growth here moving forward for you and the team?
Yeah, I think we want to play more in the O-zone, have cleaner touches offensively, get more pucks to the net, get more traffic to the net, stay out of the box as much as we can. So there's always things that I can improve on and the team can improve on, and that's sort of what we're trying to build here as we go.
What sort of growth have you seen in the penalty kill after the first 3 games? Puck goes in, you guys have been able to shut them out the last couple.
Yeah, it's sort of you need big saves and you need good sticks or blocks or things are going to break down, and just trying to be on the same page, know what we're doing. They have one more guy than we do, so they're going to make plays, going to get chances sometimes, but just trying to stick to our structure and outwork them as much as we can.
Patrick already back in?
Yeah, he's back in tonight.
Why is now the time to give him another look?
I don't know if it was a time thing. Team was playing pretty well. We obviously didn't win last game, so I'm just making a lineup change. We got back-to-back games here. So I have an opportunity to get fresh guys in there and keep guys fresh for the next game. Ryan Reeves will be out tonight.
What's the biggest challenge you see on the Lightning side tonight?
Well, I mean, this team knows how to win. For one, you know, they've been a very good team for a long time. You know, their top line is as good as it gets in the league. They're very dangerous, and power plays dangerous too, and great goalie in that.
In particular with Kucherov, what's the key to defending against a guy who got 100 assists last year and already leading the leading?
Well, it's hard. He's elite, so it's about, you know, trying to take away his options the best we can and pressure him. You know, Lincoln, we got to be hard on their skill tonight. That's the big, you know, that's probably the best way to approach it. You know, in saying that, he's an elite player. He's going to make plays.
You're going from Shesterkin to probably Vasilevsky. Is there a tougher back-to-back in terms of facing goalies?
Well, they're both really good. You know, we had plenty of opportunities last game. Like I said, you know, I thought that we missed the net at crucial times last game. Could have made a difference, and you know, we can do a better job of creating second and third opportunities around the net and more scrums and things like that, and get some dirty goals on these guys. You know, that's how you have to approach it. Well, that's pretty good. I mean, he's getting a lot of chances, and he's doing a pretty good job. Well, you know, I talked to Willie daily about just little things and things he can do better, and defensively and without the puck and things like that. Just trying to, you know, again, try to get him better in certain areas, like a lot of players.
Marley, they're off to a great start. Have you had a chance to see them live?
Not live, but I keep track of it, and it's great to see they're doing well. You know, their goalie's playing well for them, and they got a good team right now.
Right after coaching in the Central all those years, I'm wondering how you've adjusted to Atlantic Division life, and or is it all one and the same in this league now? The way teams
Yeah, I think that the East in general is a little bit more of a transition league here, a little bit quicker than the West. West, you know, I always viewed it as a little bit more heavier and more of a territorial game, you know, in the D zone and the offensive zone. Here's, you know, a lot of quick players out East here, a lot of quick transition plays, and so got to be ready.
Could Joseph Wall be available to play tomorrow?
Possibly, yes.
What was your sense of the power play this morning and the focus going into the
Yeah, well, power play in practice, for the most part, it's about, you know, puck movement and touches and things like that. I don't really look at what exactly happens if they score or they don't score. I mean, I'm looking for quick puck movement and, you know, people in position and getting open for each other. And, you know, when there's a loose puck, getting recoveries, winning those battles, things like that. I think more in practice, getting prepared for tonight.
Did you like what you saw, though?
There's some good stuff for sure. I thought that the unit of Max and Pacioretty and them, they had a shot mentality, which was great to see. I thought Morgan was shooting it up top. Max was shooting it. Both Maxes were shooting it, and we had a good net presence on all those plays. So it was good to see.